We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
You know why? We've been working, yeah, we've been working, yeah, we've been. Last night, I took my pen and my pencil and took a trip out the universe. It's sweeter than cinnamon.
Welcome back to the break room. And it's the same day, y'all. You probably see it in the same blue t-shirt. You're like, girl, I know you're not wearing the same, but yes, it's the same day because we're on another break. We're on another break, but let me be formal for a moment and welcome. Welcome to the room. And also, just know that the the break room is an extension of the Grounded by podcast. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stop renting. Get off Zillow. Get off Realtor.com. Plant roots with us. Please do. Please plant roots. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, share, and comments. That way you don't miss any video that we publish because we're having in-depth conversations. You may laugh a little, react a little, but we're really serious 90% of the time. The other percentages we crash. But the main goal is that you feel and know that you have a safe place to land when you feel as if the world is caving in on you. So today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, but also don't forget that the Grounded by podcast is also on streaming platforms like Spotify and all podcast platforms, and more in-depth podcast platform content will be shared audibly so that we are able to listen to me on the go without seeing my beautiful face. Makeup free, except for the lip. But I want us to take a step back because as working individuals, and if you're a college student or if you're just coming here to just chill, thank you for chilling. But let's talk about taking away family wounds. Let's talk about let's talk about how do we process the wounds that are caused by family, traumas of absent parents, traumas of seeing a parent cry and struggle, and you don't want that for your life, and you feel as if you want to take that pain away. How many kids felt as if they want to take the pain of their parent away so that way they didn't have to cry anymore or worry no more, or just how many kids felt that? I did. I do. I still do. Where, but I've learned to cope with it with the God's help because I learned that it's not my responsibility to take my parents' pain away because I can't own the pain, but it's my responsibility to try not to make it worse by not fixing and working on me. And every day it's an uphill battle and it's a struggle with my own journey spiritually and mentally and physically. And with God's help, I'm working through it. But what I would honestly say is that that was one of my biggest downfalls where I felt as if with my mom, I wanted to take away her pain that she felt for my father, the hurt, the physical pain, the mental pain, the anguish. And I started to question myself. I'm like, extract my DNA, please. Take away the part that I don't want. Keep the part that's working. Take the other part that's not working. But all of those parts are me. And it's a parts of me that contributes to who I am right now on camera. But also it's parts of me that I laugh at sometimes that also reminds me to smile and have a good day. So, but there's also parts of me that I felt as if who I was keeping me away from who I needed to be. So what I'm about to show you is from Woody and Amani Randall. You probably saw them on Married at First Sight. There are me and my mom and my sister's favorite couple because they're real, raw, authentic. Amani, she is our girl. Beautiful. And Woody, listen, I love how he communicates, but I also love that he can be jovial and funny, but he has a serious side and I see it. And it all stems from somewhere. When someone is always funny, when someone is always serious, It comes from a place, either if that's their personality, if that's their resting base, or if that's their way of coping. It comes from somewhere. But the hardest part is when there's the communication is missing, where you don't know what they're thinking or you don't know how they're feeling and they don't tell you. And you can push and try, but you don't want to scare them to push back. But also, you know that you have your own mask to put on. So that can be very hard, especially if you're in a relationship and a marriage. So that's why the foundation that you have is so crucial. And what I love about them is that even on the show, how they communicated was straightforward. What you see is what you got versus a question or a wonder. So what I'm about to show you is from the Skin Deep podcast in a collaboration with Woody and Amani, the Rando Way. That's their YouTube channel. So subscribe to the Skin Deep podcast and Woody and Amani. This was done 2 weeks ago. This video was done 2 weeks ago. And Skin Deep, they do a lot of cards where they ask each other questions and they even sell those cards too. So let's watch the clip. I'm not going to show you the whole 14-minute episode. I'm only going to show you a segment of it, and then we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to have an in-depth conversation if you felt this way or if you're still feeling this way, and how do you support yourself as you're feeling this way. So let's look at this case study of a marriage that we've seen on TV, but also two people who genuinely I could see want good for each other, even on a human level, even though they're married.
What's the pain in me you wish you could heal, and why?
Yikes. I feel like a lot of family wounds. I just feel like a lot of stuff is stopping you from being able to give your family everything because of things that are, stopping you from growing as a person because of how your family was. And I feel like it's like a block. I just wish I could heal that for you so that we could go and be married, you know? I see that you've grown so much since we met, though, in a lot of ways, that your family kind of stopped your growth. Like, I feel like you had to grow up fast. And then growth was like stunted. And then I felt like you've gotten past that, but I just wish I could take it all away. So we could just move on and live in like this beautiful bliss. So I feel like your character is so heartwarming. And I feel like you stop yourself from being what you could be. That was deeper than I was expecting, but that's how I feel.
Thank you.
Damn.
Yeah. I think it's your question. But you're good. Take your time.
Yeah. When I see a black woman cry, y'all, that gets me going. Why my eyes look all glossy? Girl, fight this. Girl, bye. Come on now. You're an emotional gangster. Stop this. That got me because it's real. And subconsciously, we don't know that we do this. And we don't know what's the driving force of us working and pushing ourselves to the maximum, or what's the driving force of us being all that we can be, because we want more, or we see that we can do more. And the hardest part is when we feel as if there's a glass ceiling and that there's a block. And the family members may not even be in your life no more, but there's a block still that's keeping you from being the man or woman or the girl or boy that you need to be. Because I know for me, when I broke that block with the help of the Lord, was by being grateful that my parents met, that I was born despite everything. And even if things did not happen the way that it should, or respect wasn't maintained in terms of how my mom was treated, I feel grateful that my mom is alive to tell me the truth and allow me to see it for myself. Until this day, she never made me have hate in my heart for my father. She encouraged me to forgive because she didn't want his trauma, his hatred of what his mother or father didn't do to become my story. Because I'm number 11 of all the kids he has. And that, I can't imagine the traumas that they've experienced or the emotional burdens that they're going through. Some of them went to the Navy or the Army, and some of them, one became a teacher, maybe one became a pilot, who knows? But I would honestly say that I feel so blessed for the life that I have, but also I feel so grateful that I'm at this place right now because, man, it was the breaker room, but I think we're getting a little too personal. I'm just kidding. We're doing what we need to do. We're we're doing what we need to do. But what I would honestly say is that it's beautiful. I can't stress this enough how blessed I feel, but also how grateful I feel because I didn't have to be in this position. And seeing and hearing Woody and Amani, they're grown, but childhood wounds still exist. Just because the scars are there doesn't mean that's healed on the inside, but you can heal it with love and understanding. And Woody allowed Imani to be a safe space to have a conversation like this. Because us as women, or just for me personally, I can be as understanding as possible. But if you're not willing, it's difficult and it puts a block and it prevents growth. So I say all of this to say, if you have a partner and there's a safe space to have candid conversations, then why not? What do you have to lose? And have your own break rooms situation. Go to a cafe and talk. Go to the library, walk on grass, have your moment. Because in hearing the skin deep, it really helped me to see that we are more than just our family wounds, but we are a product of them still. So let me know your thoughts. If you saw the full episode, I will post the link in the description box so that way you're able to watch the full episode from Skin Deep featuring Woody and Amani. The Rando Ways, our YouTube channel. Subscribe to both channels. They're amazing. And let me know what you think about family wounds. And do you think that your partner or whomever in your life can help you to heal them? Or do you want to heal them by yourself? Or are you on a spiritual journey? Whatever journey that you're on, it is my hope that you're able to know the support exists here too, even in moments like this. And it's hard. If you heard that notification, that's my school email, so don't judge me. We're still working. But most importantly, I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. Yeah, I'm proud of you. If no one ever told you that, bro, I'm proud of you. Sis, I'm proud of you. Ma'am, sir, I'm proud of you because you lived and you're still alive. That and it's an accomplishment. And it's hard, so hard sometimes, but I'm grateful. Mama, if you're watching this, Mama, I love you. You're an amazing mom, and you have given me everything that I could ever need. And I'm so grateful for your chapters that you've written and more that you have to write. And I'm so blessed that I can say that I got to witness many of them. but I'm also blessed and I'm prayerful that I get to continue to witness many more. So you all, please take care of yourselves, stay blessed, protect yourselves, love on yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and know that we are all a product of beauty. In the midst of chaos, we can still be that little rose growing in the concrete in the midst of the flames. Stay safe, stay blessed. We gotta get back to work, y'all, because we've been working. Cue the music. We have been working.
Doing all day.
Girl, nothing. Sitting up here watching TV.
Ah, where your sorry husband at?
What?
Where your sorry husband at?
Stop.